7 reasons why even good people are SJWs. Hey, it's Prince of Queens, and I have come to the realization that a lot of people who enjoy my channel are people who actually used to be full-blown SJWs or even fourth wave intersectional feminists. Some people might still be coming out of it, and hopefully I can help. What I want people to know is that I understand that many good people get caught up in this mindset for various reasons, and I figured I might as well list some common motivations that even otherwise wonderful people can fall into for behaving this way. Some of these reasons are better than others, but these are reasons why even good people start engaging in poor group behavior like fourth wave intersectional feminist social justice cult mentality. Number 1 is definitely going to be the fear of being attacked. You see, I'm fairly certain that basically absolutely everybody who isn't a total hick has probably been attacked by SJWs, at least on social media at this point. Maybe you said the word retarded, maybe you referred to a celebrity like Azealia Banks as a cunt, or maybe you simply didn't post anything about Black Lives Matter, and one of your friends told you that if you are neutral in the face of oppression, then you are on the side of the oppressor. Similarly, you might have posted a video showing a black person being brutally beaten by a police officer, but were called out for triggering a black friend. You can't win with SJWs, so I think a lot of people figure that the only way to avoid being attacked is to start going on the offense. As long as you are attacking somebody else, you'll be safe, right? Not for long. If you surround yourself with people like that, it's just a matter of time, trust me. And not to toot my own horn, but I fucking could teach a university course about the social media call-out rodeo. Number 2 is that they think they will benefit from this as an individual. Sure, they see the harm it causes on occasion when feminists ruin the career of Tim Hunt over a stupid bit of sarcasm, but they figure that it will make their lives easier as women in the workplace or whatever. This is the mentality of people that legitimately believe that the world is super unfair for them and people of their identity, and that these are forces out there that are fighting to make the world better. Truthfully, while these might be nice people, I think things are usually a lot more fair than these individuals realize, and they are probably rather boring and mediocre people if they have to blame the hardships that come along with their identity for the unhappiness and poor career success in their life. Number 3 would be the willing ignorance of what somebody's SJW and career feminist friends actually do with their time. These people exhibiting this trait might not be full-blown SJWs in the way that they go out of their way to attack people on Facebook or whatever for fun, but they probably know several full-blown SJWs and maybe even some career feminists that get paid to write for propaganda blogs. That said, I think there is some sort of weird pathology that goes along with accomplices in crimes in which somebody is vaguely aware that their friend might be a kleptomaniac or a serial rapist, but they purposefully avoid knowing about it. They'll always look the other way for a while to allow their friend to put that lipstick in her purse. These are the people who claim to know about Gamergate, but think that it was just a big harassment hashtag designed to target women and nothing more, simply because they have some feminist friends who were involved in some Twitter name-calling and they heard it from them. When you explain to them that this is only about 5% of the story and try to get them to watch one of the plethora of videos debunking this by people like Sargon of Akkad and Thunderfoot, they simply won't watch them, but will continue to believe their lying feminist friends because that is easier for them. The 4th reason people are SJWs is because they need to get a good grade in their classes at university or apparently even high school now, and they are forced to lie about various things in gender studies or sociology, even though they know through their lived experiences that what they are writing or saying is untrue. They know white people can experience racism, and they know it is not always a privilege to be male, but they pulled out student loans for this pathetic indoctrination, so they really want to believe it, or that would signify a gigantic problem in their life choices. Number 5 is that these people are just playing along as they toe the Democratic Party line. I see a lot of these people in my own social sphere, and they piss me off a lot because they seem almost like traitors to me. You see, a lot of them were Sanders supporters like myself who got called misogynists and even racists by regressive leftist Clinton supporters who were just being slimy. They experienced firsthand the trickery and dishonesty of fourth wave intersectional feminist social justice, but not long after Sanders was out of the race, they started to fall into the same rhetoric themselves. All of a sudden, they are telling me that white-splaining is not a racial slur. Seriously, a black guy I know told me that. How is white-splaining not a racial slur? What else is it? That's so idiotic. And he also told me that I shouldn't be offended when somebody says that about me after I bothered to, explain reality to the guy. And the guy was white. Some white guy accused me of white-splaining. It was really weird. Anyhow, this behavior of people towing the Democratic Party line and getting all regressive SJW, it's freaky and zombie-like, and I will fight it until they were chewing my disgusted, flaccid gay dick off. Number 6 are the aging people who just legitimately don't realize that the world has changed a whole bunch since the civil rights era of the 1960s. They bring up completely ridiculous examples of racism and sexism as if these types of things still happen frequently, and often don't have a whole lot of contact with the world outside of a very small amount of people and their dogs. I feel bad for these people because they usually are the most legitimately convinced that SJWs do good stuff, and there's not a whole lot you can do to convince them of anything that would, sway their opinions. Number 7 are maybe the saddest, the blatant white knights. I would say that these are mostly guys who want to please girls because of dating type reasons, but there's actually a remarkable amount of gay dudes that totally do this white knighting bullshit too. I think truthfully there is a natural male instinct to protect women. In turn, there is a natural female instinct to protect women. Funny how that works out for men. Still, I will say that women do have a miraculous ability to have compassion for men if they choose to access this skill, which is in their toolkit. Yet, unfortunately, feminism deliberately fights for these women to ignore these emotions in favor of ritualistically robbing oneself of empathy for their fathers, brothers, male friends, and lovers to prove oneself dedicated to the feminist religion. That's about all for tonight. Like this video and stay tuned, or I'll write about you next.